So, as Denise mentioned, my name is Jordan Siegler, and I am an extremely proud graduate of Finlandia University's International School of Art and Design. I graduated with a degree in sustainable design. I am also the current co-president of the Finlandia University Alumni Board. So in a few moments, I look forward to welcoming you all as alumni. I was invited here today to talk about what my life looks like since graduating. But before I do that, I'd like to share with you a short story. It was written by Soto Zen priest and grief hospice counselor David Rutschman. The story is titled, "The Donkey at the Gates of the Kingdom of Heaven." Once, a donkey ascended the shining gates of the Kingdom of Heaven, and the gates were open. The donkey heard music more beautiful than anything he had ever imagined. Each note was a star going supernova, a pack of wolves running down an elk over snow, and the song poured itself into the world. The donkey stood transfixed. Without thinking, he opened his mouth wide and he brayed, and instantly the music stopped. There was total silence. His bray had been off-key. It was awful, a donkey's sound. Slowly the gates of the Kingdom of Heaven began to swing shut, and the donkey didn't know what to do, whether he should advance or retreat. And the light was blinding, but he took one trembling step forward, then another, but he couldn't see a thing. The donkey brayed again, knowing it would not be beautiful, and he was right. It wasn't beautiful. It was the same old donkey bray. But he did it again and again, and he couldn't tell if the gates were open now or closed, or even where they were exactly. He shut his eyes and thought about the entirety of his life. He remembered eating hay and carrying firewood. He brayed again. He did. He let it rip. He kept staggering forward, belting it out, carrier of firewood, eater of hay. He took his whole life's only song and he employed it, step after step into brightness, into terrible, dazzling light. So I decided to share this story today because I can relate. The truth is, when I graduated from Finlandia, I was very much like that donkey, dazzled by the path before me, but at first, unsure of what my next step should be. Also like the donkey, I understood a few fundamental truths about myself. His truths being carrier of firewood and eater of hay, and mine, I wish to make a lasting, positive impact in the world. Today I enjoy a rewarding career with Wisconsin Public Television. At its best, I provide guidance to people interested in investing in their passions. Wisconsin Public Television is one of 350 public television stations that make up our nation's PBS network. Each month, 100 million Americans of all ages look to PBS for some of the most trusted and diverse educational programming and entertainment available to the American population. Locally in Wisconsin, we're fortunate to produce a great deal of our own content, designed to enrich the lives of children, students, and adults throughout the state. Our locally produced on-air programs and supporting educational materials span news and public affairs, historical and contemporary documentaries, lifestyle features, and programs celebrating the lives of the tribal communities, veterans, quilters, farmers, and more, all of which requires the funding to help make it happen. It is, in part, my role to identify and work with the people, organizations, and businesses that wish to support our work and make it possible through generous acts of philanthropy. A philanthropist is defined as a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by the donation of money. In my situation, every day I'm given the opportunity to witness the impact of people's generosity. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful. But I realize that the landscape is changing. When I look at all of you and consider the role that you'll play in the world, professionally and philanthropically, I know things will look different than they do today. The philanthropists of the future, you and I, will be a crowdsourcing, social media leveraging, globally connected network of people. And we already see evidence of this today in platforms like Kickstarter, GoFundMe, Donors Choose, and even the Ice Bucket Challenge. Though the tools you'll use may be different, I call on each of you to keep in mind and act upon your potential to do good. One lesson I had to learn after graduation was that my passion was not enough. I was and continue to be deeply passionate about many things, but I realized that in order to live the meaningful life I wished for, far more action on my part was required. I had to show up and offer value, work hard, and be gracious. Learning this, my life has become every bit of what I'd hoped it would be. For you all, today is a beginning, and I hope that you leave this place inspired to build rewarding and impactful lives for yourselves. And as you make your way through the world, please always remember Mr. Fred Rogers' guidance when he said, there are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. And the third way is to be kind. Thank you and congratulations.